Are you planning to travel this year? Well, if so, here are 5 mistakes you need to avoid so that your vacation doesn't go terribly, terribly wrong. So you ready? Let's go. So travel this year is different, to say the least. There are so many things that are so up in the air and changing on a minute-to-minute basis that this has to be probably the most chaotic year to travel. So here are 5 mistakes you need to avoid in order to make sure your travel plans go as smoothly as possible. So let's jump in with mistake number 1, not staying on top of travel requirements. So this is the easiest thing and seems to be the most common sense, but so many people aren't doing it. They are making their travel plans and check what the COVID restrictions are at the beginning when they make the plan, but then they stop checking. And months go by and then they travel and realize, oh my God, everything changed. Everything is totally different now. So when you plan your vacation, check to see what the requirements are for entry to wherever it is that you're going and airlines and everything else that you're going to be encountering. Know what it is when you make your plans, make sure it's something you're willing to do, and then also follow the progress all the way through when it's time for you to leave. Because as you know, things are changing literally minute by minute, hour by hour, and you want to stay on top of all of that. So if something shifts drastically, you have time to jump in and make changes or fix it so that your vacation can still happen as planned. Number 2 is not planning or reserving ahead. This has to be perhaps the worst possible year that you could ever play it by ear. You really want to be the most organized you've ever been in your entire life if you plan to travel this year. You want to have all of your reservations, your appointments, your tickets, everything as much as possible done in advance. This is not the year you're going to be able to just find a hotel or a hostel when you get there. This is not the year. So many countries are requiring proof that you have a reservation at a hotel when you arrive. You need to have that information before you get there. Same thing with activities, anything that you need tickets for, anything like that. You want to plan as much of that ahead of time as possible. Because of limited capacity, they may not be available if you plan to just arrive and buy a ticket, or they might be shut down on the day you're planning to go, or their hours may have changed, or 800 other reasons that things could change right now. So don't make the mistake of not planning ahead. Do everything you possibly can before you leave. Mistake number 3 is not planning for the chaos at the airports. Now, I've talked about this quite a bit, but right now, even the airlines are warning you that airports are crazy. So the lines at TSA, the lines at customs, just getting through places. For instance, when you arrive in Hawaii, they take your temperature and they have to check your safe travels information, your vaccine information. At a lot of airports, they're having to do that whether you're going through customs or not. And so everything surrounding the flying experience is drawn out. So the biggest mistake you can make is not planning for that. This is not the year that you can show up 30 minutes before your flight and expect to catch the flight. Be early, expect there to be lines, prepare for that, have snacks, have activities, just know that there could be some long lines and long waits. And if there's not, fantastic, but at least you're prepared in case there is. Okay, mistake number 4 is not being organized. So yes, you want to have all of your plans ahead of time, you want to have all of your reservations, everything, but this is the year especially that you want to have all your ducks in a row. Have all of that information at hand. Know exactly where you're going and when, have your maps, have all of your COVID information, your vaccines, your tests, your everything. You want to have everything as organized and easy to find as possible. The more organized you can be, the better. And that includes emergency contact. If you have travel insurance, which I highly recommend, you have to have your travel insurance information. Just channel the most organized person you've ever met in your life, channel that person and make sure you're being as organized as possible. And if you need help with that, we have a brand new resource we're offering on our website. You can click that link below and be able to get that information. All right, and last but not least, the biggest mistake is not bringing printed everything. And on top of that, not actually taking advantage of the digital options as well. So again, this year is the year you need to be over prepared. So when you travel to a new place, I want you to print everything, and I do mean everything. Have a printed copy of your airline ticket, your vaccine, your negative test, your hotel reservations. Have printed copies of any activities or tickets. You want printed. Now, you might not use them all, but there are so many things that are happening. Things are getting lost. The reader machines at the airports aren't working. Certain TSA or customs agents think they need printed, they don't want to see digital. So it's always good to have printed absolutely everything, just in case nothing else is working, your phone dies, something, anything, just have printed copies. And in addition to that, make sure you're taking advantage of any digital. So have the digital and then you have your printed as a backup, but your digital is also important. You can't negate that too. So if the place you're going has a digital QR code or something like that, I know for instance Hawaii, you will get a QR code when you go through their Safe Travels program. Make sure you are doing all of those as well. Double up, triple up, do everything possible. That way you have redundancies built in so that you can get to the place you're wanting to go and hopefully not run into any problems. And again, we have that resource below if you need to have a little extra help with that. We guide you through. We have places where you can record that information and help you stay organized. And if you are planning to travel this year, these videos here should be able to help you out. And if we can help, always feel free to reach out to us. If you found this helpful, give us a thumbs up and I will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.